Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good morning. In this opportunity, we from Group 4 we will be explain our discussion about text analysis for recount text. Next. Our group member, 1 is Adisti Aaron, 2 Fadil Mahmud, 3 Nadira Safa Azahra, Miss Horn, 4 Nastiti Tuhu Utami, 5 Pandu Satria, and the last but not least Vanessa Cornelia. Next. For the first, we will explain the structure of the text. For the first paragraph, it was a Tuesday morning in April. Anna got up early. She was going to wear her lucky blue skirt to school. She really liked that skirt. She had a new shirt to match it, and new shoes too. After Anna got dressed, she went into the kitchen where she could smell bacon. Anna's father was making bacon and toast. Anna loved bacon in the morning. And the first paragraph is world orientation.
For the second paragraph, I will continue. Anna's mother was getting ready for work. Anna's mother is a teacher at Anna's school. Anna is in second grade and her mother teaches fourth grade. Anna was excited about going to school. Her class was going to take a test to see how much they had learned so far that year. Anna couldn't wait to get to school. Anna sharpened her new pencil for the test. She was going to do her very best on the test. Anna loved school and she liked to make good grades. And for the rest of the even paragraph is continued by Nastiti.
Yes, Anna ate her breakfast and then she and her mother went to the school. Anna went straight to her classroom. Her teacher, Miss Browner, was already there. It was fun to be in Miss Browner's class. She was a great teacher. Anna's classmate arrived. Miss Browner called roll, and then they started the test. Anna tried to remember all the things her teacher had taught her that year, and tried very hard to do everything right on the test. The test took over an hour. Next reorientation will be read by Pandu.
After the test was over, the class played outside for a long time. Then they ate lunch. After lunch, they watched a funny movie and then drew pictures until it was time to go home. It was a great day.
Grammar of the text. 1. Simple past tense. With pattern, subject plus verb 2 plus object. Example 1. Anna got up early. 2. She really liked that skirt. 3. Anna loved bacon in the morning. 2. Past continuous tense. With pattern, subject plus was or were plus verb being plus object. Example, Anna's father was making bacon and toast. 2. She was going to do her very best on the test. 3. Modal. subject plus modal plus verb 1 plus object. Example, Anna could not wait to get to school. Then past perfect tense with pattern subject plus had plus verb 3 plus object. Example, they had rained so far that year. And last, simple present tense with pattern subject plus verb 1 SRES plus object. Example, and her mother teaches fourth grade. Anna is in the second grade.
Language feature temporal sequence marker. First, after Anna got dressed, she went into the kitchen where the cold smell happened. And after the test was over, the class played outside for a long time. Next, then they ate lunch. Next, after lunch, they watched a funny movie and then drew picture until it was time to go home. Last, Mr. Brower called roll and then they started the test. Thank you.
Okay, that's all about our explanation about our discussion today. Thanks for watching our video and I hope it will be useful for your day. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good night everyone. Dear Miss Beta and all my friends. Here we from Group 1 EIP would like to present the result of our discussion about recount text analysis. But first, allow our group to introduce ourselves.
Hello everyone, my name is Bintari Akusnindia, NIM K4521016.
My name is Ahmad Maula Ardani, NIM K5421006.
Dan ini isi kawasan Sarasinda, NIM K4521040.
My name is Lama Zuri Rozali, NIM K4221067.
My name is Vilyasi Pramita Dewi, NIM K4421078.
My name is Sylvan Eliza, NIM K4421083.
The first is outline of this PowerPoint. Number 1 is definition. It is contains the meaning of the context. Number 2 is proposed text, content what you want to convey. Number 3 is generic structure. The context has 3 main structures. This is orientation, event in time order, and reorientation. Next, number 4 is characteristic. Contain specific meanings in the text such as what, we, here, when, focus of individual and of abstract. Number 5 is language critique. It is about the grammar used in text. And the last, number 6 is change of verbs. Contains various verbs in the text such as action verb, mental verb, thinking verb, and etc.
Becky was visiting Aunt Agatha at her house at the beach. It was a beautiful summer day. Becky had built a giant sand castle that morning. Aunt Agatha took pictures of the castle to send to Becky's parents. It was a great big sand castle. Later that morning, Becky and Aunt Agatha went swimming in the ocean. It was fun to jump with the waves. Then they went in the house and ate sandwiches and strawberries for lunch. Becky wanted to play on the beach that afternoon. Aunt Agatha told her it was too hot to go outside without a hat on. Becky didn't have a hat. Aunt Agatha told her not to worry. She could wear one of hers. Becky tried on 4 hats. The pink one was really pretty, but it had a big bow in the back that was too long for Becky. The green hat was too fancy for Becky. She did not like that hat at all. The blue hat was nice, but it had an ugly bird on it. Then Becky saw a big brown hat with a yellow ribbon on it. That hat was made of straw. It was a perfect hat for the beach. It was too big for Becky's hat, but she didn't care. It was a great hat. The next slide will be explained by my friend.
Analysis 1. Definition. The text includes recount text. Recount is a text that tells about experience of event that happened to someone in the past chronology. 2. Purpose. The purpose from the text is to retell about Becky's experience in Aunt Agatha's house at the beach. Next. Generic structure. Orientation. Becky was visiting Aunt Agatha at her house at the beach. It was a beautiful summer day. Becky had built a giant sand castle that morning. This text includes orientation because it can answer where, when, but. Becky can answer who. Visiting Aunt Agatha and at her house at the beach can answer where, summer day, and that morning can answer when. Becky had built a giant sand castle can answer what.
Generic structure, event in time order. There are several events in the text. 1. Becky had built a giant sandcastle that marching in the first paragraph of the 3rd sentence. 2. Later the morning, Becky and Aunt Agatha went swimming in the ocean in the first paragraph of the 6th sentence. 3. Then they went in the house and ate sandwiches and strawberries for lunch in the first paragraph of the last sentence. 4. Becky wanted to play on the beach that afternoon in the 2nd paragraph of the 1st sentence. 5. Aunt Agatha told her it was too hot to go outside without a hat on. Becky didn't have hat. In the 2nd paragraph of the 2nd and 3rd sentence. And the last, Becky tried out 4 hats in the 5th sentence.
Generic structure. The orientation. Becky was a big brown hat with a yellow ribbon on it. That hat was made of straw. It was a perfect hat for the beach. It was too big for Becky head, but she didn't care. It was a great happy ending. For characteristics, we, Becky and on Agatha, when in the morning and afternoon of summer day, where on Agatha house activity, focus on individual, Becky and on Agatha, absorb of fun in summer day, morning and afternoon, absorb of place on Agatha house, ocean beach.
Language feature using chronological context, later and then, using simple past tense, had, will, thought, when, at, thought, trade, might, did, wanted, and so. This is a example for language feature. The next, kind of verb. The first, second verb, would, thought, when, at, told, jam, did, might, want. The verb, told, third, linked verb, was it of the next, thinking verb, thought.
Okay, that was our presentation about recount text analysis, and I'm sorry if there are many mistakes, and thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you guys.
Okay guys, thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello Miss Pita, we are Group 5 and we will present the result of our discussion and the member is
My name is Hafifah Gina Febiasari, NIM K4221041.
My name is Muhammad Dinito Rifki, NIM K54211050.
My name is Oki Rahmat Dewi, NIM K44211063.
My name is Widari Novita, NIM K44211076.
and my name is Sivana Erisinda Syaharani, NIM K4221079. Before we present the result of our discussion, we will read the text first.
I am Hafifah Gina Febiasari. When I was 16 years old, I went to the United States. I was a student then, and that was the first time I left home. I went to Boston to live with an American family for 2 months only. How exciting, I thought. How scared I felt, but I went all the same.
Muhammad Dinito Rifki. One of the things I remember quite clearly was my arrival. To start with, I missed the train from New York to Boston. That was trouble. All of the family was there to greet me.
When I arrived at the family house, I lost my voice, so nervous I felt. For 3 days I did not say a word. Now I know that was an way to get familiar with the English they spoke.
Fortunately, after 1 week I felt more confident. I started to speak a little and the people in the house began to understand me.
And I, Zivana Ersinta Syaharani, and I will read my part. How nice and enjoyable the second week was. The big morning breakfast, a snack at lunchtime, and early dinner at 6 p.m. became a routine. The shops were interesting. The vanilla ice cream was wonderful. The sports were attractive, and in a short time, new friends were like the old ones. This experience was unforgettable. And next, we will present the result of our identification.
My name is Wakil Ahmad Dewi. Orientation, Wu. I was a student. We can find it in paragraph 1 di kalimat kedua. When, kapan terjadi? When I was 16 years old dapat ditemukan di paragraf 1 kalimat pertama. Where it happened? When I went to Boston di paragraf kedua kalimat pertama. And what happened? Lived with an American family for 2 months only di paragraf kedua kalimat pertama.
My name is Vida Dunavita. I past tense. 1. I missed the train from New York to Boston. 2. When I arrived at the family house, I lost my voice. Nervous I felt. 3. For the 3 days, I did not say a word. 4. Now I know that was an occasion way to get familiar with the English they spoke. 5. Fortunately, after 1 week, I felt more confident. I started to speak a little, and the people in the house began to understand me.
My name is Hafifah Hina Fabiasari. I went to read the answer from conjunction. 1. That was trouble, although the family was there to greet me. 2. When I arrived at the family house, I lost my voice, so nervous I felt. 3. I lost my voice, so nervous I felt. 4. Now I know that was an unconscious way to get familiar with the English they spoke. 5. I started to speak a little and the people in the house began to understand me.
My name is Muhammad Hinito Rifki. Ending. 1. How nice and enjoyable the second week was. 2. In a short time, new friends were like the old ones. 3. The experience was unforgettable.
That's enough from us. If we have any problem or mistakes, please forgive us. Thanks for your attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are here to present the result of our discussion regarding analysis recount text. But before that, I will introduce our member. The first one is Tika Anggraini, and then Pakeja Arya Wanindra, and then me, Fathi Nizaki, and then Mustakima Karisma Harini, and then Sarah Audina Salsabila, and last Wisnu Imam Safi'u. Before analyzing the text, let's find out what is a recount text. Recount text is a text which retell events or experiences in the past. Jadi, teks recount adalah sebuah teks yang mana menceritakan kembali peristiwa atau pengalaman-pengalaman pada masa lampau. Then, what the purpose of recount text? Recount text are written to retell events with the purpose of either informing or entertaining their audience or both. Jadi, teks recount ditulis untuk menceritakan kembali peristiwa dengan tujuan menginformasikan atau menghibur audiens atau bisa saja dari kedua tujuan tersebut.
Hello, my name is Wareza Aryamanindra, and I share about generic structure recount text. Orientation was involved what happened, where the event took place, and when it happened. Even what happened in chronological sequence. Reorientation, optional closure of event or ending.
Hello, I'm Sarah and I'm share about analysis text. The first one is orientation. Gerald loved third grade. He had the best time each day in Mrs. Farrell's room. First, they did reading each morning. Gerald loved that class. They read stories out of their reading books. Some of them were plays and they all took turns acting out the story. They could work in their workbooks. That was fun too, but there was one big problem in third grade. They had to multiply in math. And then who, where, when, what. Who is Gerald? Where is class? When in the morning? And the last what? Gerald had the best time each day in Mrs. Harrod's room.
Hello, I am Mustakima and I will share about events. Gerald did not want to spend time each day studying the multiplication facts. They said the multiplication facts in class. His parents called out the multiplication facts at home. This was no fun for Gerald. He liked to add and subtract. He just hated learning the multiplication facts. Then, one morning, Mrs. Harold came into the classroom. She was holding a tape recorder, microphone, and a headset. She told Gerald he was in charge of the lesson that day. Everyone was going to be recording the multiplication facts.
Hello, I'm Jessica and I will share about the past tense. Peju and Pekun had like come, call, said, say, to, tell, did, do, in conjunction and then.
Hello everyone, my name is Vishnu and in this part I will share to everyone about reorientation of this text. Gerald loved this. It was just like being a star holding that microphone. He heard it so everyone could be heard. Miss Harlow told Gerald to make sure he told the class to go home and study because they would record the lesson again the next day. Gerald will go home and learn each and every word. He wants to make sure he could answer each one the next day. The happy ending is noted. Vacation was great fun. That's all for our presentation, and thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, Ms. Vita. We are from Group 2. We want to present our discussion about Recount with me as the members. Harun Radi with student index number K45211052, Nisa Malinda K542055, Norma Arifah K452056, Wahyu Triadi K542083, and Kalista Luisa K422083. And here's the text.
I'm Nisa Malinda. Here I will explain about this text in the orientation section. Orientation was involved what happened when the event took place and when it happened. The text, Percy Adam lived in a great neighborhood. He had many friends there. Percy woke up morning and took a long stretch. He had many friends there. Percy woke up one morning and took a long stretch. He had a good night and was very rested. First, he walked in the kitchen and ate a good breakfast. He waited at the door for someone to open it and let him out. Next.
He had things to do. Percy walked outside and looked around. Everything seemed fine. Then he went and sat on his friend, Al the dog. Al was still sleeping and didn't want to go with Percy. Percy walked across the yard and visited a mother bird and her babies. They were fine and were eating some worms for breakfast. They didn't even look at Percy. They were busy. Percy walked across the street and visited his friend Buba. Buba was outside stretched out in the sun. Buba was glad to see Percy. They were good friends. Buba said hello to Percy with a quick meow. Percy gave a meow-like back. Percy and Buba played and played. They visited their other friends in the neighborhood.
I'm a subject for Kartika because I can be content. Percy and Buba played and played. They visited their other friends in the neighborhood. It was time to go home. They were tired and it was a good time to take a nap. Next. Orientation. Whoa, Percy Adams. What? Telling about Percy Adams' activity. Where in a great neighborhood. When in the morning. Norma.
The text about contain verb to and conjunction. Verb to, lived, took, rested, walked, ate, and waited, and conjunction and. Next it will be continued, my friend.
They even at the part 1 as verb 2, there is heard, walked, looked, sing, didn't, visited, went, stretched, gave, and the conjunction is and then. And Wahyu Jadi will continue this part.
Even two. Verb 2 is walk, feast, and pray. The conjunction is and.
I'm Kartika replaced because I can be content. Reorientation. Actually, his text is happy ending because on the text side there was tired and it was a good time to take a nap. It means this text is happy ending. Past tense verb. Lived, had, woke up, took, rested, walked, ate, waited, looked, seemed, went, checked, played, visited, stretched, gave, tired. Conjunction and for, then, was, to, were.
I think that's enough for us. Thank you.